Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am so excited that you decided to join me here today for, I guess we'll call it a speed build. So about 8 months ago exactly, yes, I did look at when this video was posted, and I'll put a screenshot of like the thumbnail on screen for you right now. But about 8 months ago, before we got the For Rent expansion pack, I built 4 city brownstones that were 4 stories each, I'm pretty sure, in Myshuno in preparation for that new pack, so you all could designate them as separate apartments and use the new functions that came with the For Rent expansion. And today I decided I was going to go back and furnish another one of these. That was kind of my plan when I originally built them in the first place, was to go back and furnish the 3 units that I hadn't touched yet. So in that original build, I built the entire exterior and then I furnished one of the units. And again, it's 4 stories. There's a basement, there's a, well, I guess we'll say like the floor level, the first story, and then the 3rd story. Yeah, basement and then 3 other stories. Yeah, that makes sense. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and furnish another one. So you won't be able to see it in the screenshots because as I furnished this, I did change it into a residential rental. And what happens is that when you actively go in live mode with a sim, you will only be able to see their active lot that they're actually renting. So I do put some text on the screenshot, like when I give the bird's eye view, to show you which unit was actually furnished originally. And what I'm going to do is, because I'm not sure if I'm going to furnish all of them. Like I said, I wanted to, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do all of them or if I'm going to want to. So I'm going to put this build up on the gallery again. And I think it's just going to be called like version 2. So there will be 2 furnished units out of the 4. I hope that makes sense. I just had to get all of that out of the way. And now I can talk about how I'm decorating this build because I was shooketh by my own choices here. I went for purple and red. I don't like red. I don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of purple either. It kind of depends on the shade of purple, but I loved this living room. I have just been searching for any opportunity to use these couches from the Crystal Creations kit because I used them recently in a build in the new world of Ciudad Enamorada. I always have to think about how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. It doesn't like compute in my brain and I have to train myself how to say it. Anyway, I recently used these couches in a build that I did in that new world and I just love them and I don't use them a lot because they are just little love seats and usually I go for a 3-seater. So I wanted to use them here and then the rest just kind of took off. Like I used these curtains from the high school years expansion pack, which surprisingly worked perfectly because there's purple, red, green, and like some cream colors. And I feel like it gave me the opportunity to use all of these fun colors throughout this entire build. I was thrilled. And I do only make this a 1-bedroom. So yeah, it has a basement and 3 stories, but there's only 1 actually decorated bedroom. You can, of course, make adjustments as you see fit, but I was making this for a sim who is an artist. I feel like they are a very, very successful painter. They have a full-on, I guess I'll call it a studio on the 1st floor. Now, what I have been doing as well, I say this as if I've only furnished 1 up until now, but I have been leaving the basements pretty much empty, so there's so much opportunity to add even more bedrooms or just more rooms in general. If you're looking to expand the space even more, you can absolutely do that. So in this one, I didn't decorate the basement. And I think in the first one, I just put a bunch of the stuff from the Basement Treasures kit down there to make it look like it was some storage, but I didn't really decorate it either. Anyway, we are now working on the kitchen and I loved this. So when I built this originally, I made all of the kitchens and bathrooms identical in regards to appliances, tiles, and countertops. I think I want to say everything is pretty much the same. I did change up the tiles in this one for the backsplash because I wanted to bring out more of the colors that I was going for, the greens, the reds, and the purples. And I thought it came out okay. I love this tile from the Parenthood game pack. I almost called it an expansion pack. Woo! The Parenthood game pack. And these chairs came from Lovestruck. I'm using a lot of Lovestruck and that wasn't intentional. But I do use that giant painting that I put above the fireplace. I think like 3 times in this build. It's just one of my favorite paintings now. It's so beautiful and I think it sizes down really well too. So if you don't want something that big or you're not working with a medium wall height to really accommodate the size of that painting, it sizes down really nicely, which is great. But I loved this kitchen too. It is very plainly decorated. I believe there's only one countertop that's available for prepping food and all that fun stuff, but that works for me more often than not. And then since I was thinking this was just for a single sim, I didn't think you'd really need the additional space. And now we're working on the bedroom. Again, the one and only bedroom, but there is an office you could turn into a bedroom, and there is a downstairs, like on that first story, the painting studio, that could be a bedroom, or like, I think in the first one I made it a living room. I forget the distinction between the family and the living room, like which one has which, but in my head, the distinction was always whether or not there was like a television. Like there was a place for the family to gather and relax, and it was less formal, and then the other one is for when you actually entertain. I don't know why that's coming out in my brain right now, but I think it's just because that's what I did in the first one. There was like a TV room and a like with a piano and other kind of activities and stuff. And then there was kind of the more formal space for your Sims to entertain. But I loved this bedroom. I got to use this mirror from, is that from the movie Hangout Stuff Pack? Is that what that's from? I feel like it is. It comes with a lot of fun colors. If it's not that pack, it's another miscellaneous pack like that, like some random pack, but I never get to use this mirror. I never think to use it, and especially because of all of the bright colors that it comes in, but I forgot we have this nice dark wood swatch. So I use that here. Again, here's the painting, because I told you I was going to use it again. And I use this patterned rug that I recently used in an apartment, because I now love this swatch, apparently. I think it's from Growing Together. I want to say that's where that rug is from. I'm spacing out on where certain items are coming from. I'm usually really good at that. Today, I'm not doing so hot with it. And I think it's because I actually use a lot of things. At least it felt like I used a ton of things that I don't often use, and in particular swatches. So it just like, it doesn't click in my brain where it came from because I don't recognize the swatch. But I quickly decorated the hallway just with a side table and some other decorations, nothing fancy. And then we end up moving on, I want to say, to the library / office. The bathrooms, I didn't decorate that much. I put a mirror originally in all of them because there's 2 bathrooms on this story, a bathroom downstairs. Yeah, I think there's 3 bathrooms. Yeah, I think there's 3 bathrooms. There's a lot of bathrooms, and there's also like this big extended laundry room that I have in every single one of these units too. So a lot of space to decorate. I put mirrors originally, and then I added some details later on, kind of near the end of the build. But I did quickly work out this office space because I didn't really know what to do with this. I didn't want the painting studio for the sim to be in this small of a space. I wanted it to be downstairs. So I decided on just like a little office with a ton of books. Maybe they also love reading, and maybe this is just where they kind of conduct a lot of their freelancing business. I didn't really give it too much thought. It makes the space functional without me going into like too much detail or having to use my brain too much, I guess, which apparently I'm fighting against currently. But again, I use that beautiful painting, and it's perfect for this medium wall height. It's absolutely perfect. I love that painting. And now we're working on what would be considered the first story, because you can tell from the exterior, where you kind of enter this townhome is technically the second story, to kind of give it that look on the exterior as well. But here is where the studio is going to be. So I did go in and take out a lot of these career reward items from base game, because I have those unlocked in my game. You can use a cheat to do that, or if you have Better Build Buy, and I think it's from Better Build Buy. I think it's from that. There's a way to like check mark it in the menu. Anyway, I put a ton of easels. I want to say 3 of them that really kind of worked for me. We have these canvases that are leaning up against the wall. We've got like the canvas storage rack, the little like painting supply storage rack. We have these drop cloths from City Living, actually. I forgot what pack those were from. And then I really struggled with what else to put in here. I was going to have a fireplace because it was exactly where the fireplace was upstairs, but it was almost a little bit too big for this space, and I felt that having a couch right here in the middle facing that fireplace really broke up the room in a way I didn't like. So off cam, I did a little bit of finagling, and I put the couch against a wall, added a coffee table, just to have a little seating area. It doesn't really offer too much, but I thought it was kind of nice. And I got to use that little hippo, like decoration thing from Love Struck. I have been wanting to use that for a while. I think it's meant as a centerpiece for a table, but yeah, I used it there because it was perfect. And now we're just decorating the laundry room, which I didn't go nuts with at all. And of course, if you don't want to play with laundry, just take this stuff out. I think I add a clothesline in the back garden for this one, which again, if you don't want to use laundry, just get rid of that item too. I realized, because I was like playtesting this, and my sim left like 5 piles of clothes all around the house, because even though I put laundry in these, I didn't put hampers when I furnished the first one, nor did I put them in this one. So that's a flaw. That's what we call a flaw in building. I gave you all laundry, I gave you a washer and dryer, and I didn't give you any hampers in any of these rooms. So do with that what you will. But I quickly decorated this hallway, and I think I just added like a little bench. I think I keep it. Yeah, I keep the bench, I want to say. Nothing too crazy there either. And then I add a vacuum and some of those rugs, got a mirror. And then we go to the back garden where I add a grill, the clothesline, like I mentioned. I think I include a fire pit as well as some string lights just to kind of add some more decoration there too. But we are pretty much coming up to the end of the build here. So I hope you all enjoyed this one. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts. And again, this new version will be uploaded to the gallery as well if you would like to download it. And I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head? Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest, tell me, did you know that you would believe in me just like the winter snow? Tell me and be honest, tell me, should I've known that you'd believe in me? So painfully quiet and slow, I try my best to move on, to let go. They say time is a healer, just you wait and see. The problem is for me, I need an eternity. So tell me and be honest, tell me, did you know that you would believe in me just like the wind?